So I'm on a test drive, guys, as you can see. Now, I'm having a hard time where I'm trying to duplicate this customer concern. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn in here. There's some open space out here so I can really find out if this transmission is slipping. I'm thinking, because I obviously been in drive the whole time and nothing has happened, so I'm gonna go in reverse and see if it does it in reverse. All right, there's no traffic on this road. So I'm trying to duplicate it. You can't make a repair if you don't get something to do something. All right, here we go. Reverse. Now let's see what happened. Oh, there go the check engine light. Check engine light was not on the whole time on the test drive. Look, my R is blinking now. Guys, you got to keep in mind, this is blinking. I don't see any doors open. If you have a door, if you're in reverse and your door just come open, and you see, where's my door? Well, I'm still in reverse. So let me go to park. Now I want to see, because this can cause this. If you open your door while you in reverse, yeah, your transmission, and you at low RPM or low speed, the transmission would just come out of gear, but that's not the case. So I can duplicate it. It's a reverse thing. Let me go back in drive. Okay. Yeah, it gets knocked out of gear. I'm glad I got a check engine light. I didn't have one before. In fact, let me start all over from scratch. Reverse. Oh my goodness. This is a short video, y'all. Y'all stay tuned for the long video. All right. We on to something. Okay. Now, guys, this is a ZF transmission. All right, y'all know the reliable transmission, but here's the deal. Well, how many miles on this thing? I think it's like 140 some. I told this customer, or I recommended a service on this. This is a Dodge Charger, by the way, 2020. I recommended a trans service. When last time she was in was about 90,000 miles. Remember, ZF recommend you do it every 50 to 60,000 miles. Okay. I only pushed that a little farther as far as my recommendations, my personal recommendations, because I have changed fluid at 50 to 60, and it was still squeaky clean. Okay, now that's not a reason. You should go off whatever the manufacturer suggests, but sometimes we as human beings would take matters into our own hand. And because a service on this transmission is so expensive, I want to make sure my customers getting the most out of their transmission or out of their service. The best way you can do that is to change it when, as the fluid start deteriorate. I know they say it's a feel for life fluid. You should never have to change it. BS. All right, we're not going to get into that. But yeah, change your damn transmission fluid when you're supposed to. But back to this matter. Now, what I need to do, because I didn't have a code, I didn't have a check engine light on it first. I'm going to scan this thing, find out what code's set. It might have something to do with reverse, because, in fact, let me bog it down. Let me power boost it. I'm in drive. Oh. So it actually do it in oh. Yeah, I hear gears. Okay, this transmission got internal problems, guys. And y'all know with these ZF, there's no repairs that can be made simply because there's no parts. But at least I'm glad I duplicated it. I'm gonna start all over from scratch. Reverse. Oh man. And it starts blinking. Okay, remember guys, make sure your freaking door is closed, all right, or it's gonna fail. Now let me explain back. Let's go back to the service that I recommended. Guys, understand this. Right now, a service will do nothing for this. All right. The only way, first of all, let me explain what a service is. A service is when your goal is to service the transmission by way of replacing the filter and the fluid. Okay. Just letting out old fluid and going in with new fluid, that's not a service. In my opinion, that's a fluid exchange. That's all that is. So there's three things you can do to help your transmission last longer. A transmission flush, which I am highly against. A transmission fluid exchange, which does nothing in my opinion if the filter is still in there. Or a transmission service. I highly recommend this one because you're getting the filter out. That filter has captured normal wear and tear or debris of your transmission. Okay, so I'm 100% for transmission service. I know a lot of people have, good stories about, well, I never touched mine. I'm up to 200,000 miles. That's fine and dandy, guys. But it's a percentage thing. Me personally, I think you can get more out of your transmission by periodically servicing it. All right. So if you got 302 to 300,000 miles on your transmission, you've never serviced it, yeah, kudos to you. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that. But at this point, doing a transmission, so it's too late. She can call and say, okay, go ahead, do my trans service. No, lady, a trans service don't fix anything. Okay? Yes, like I was saying, the only way a transmission service would fix this, if the reason for this is no fluid. Because by default, when you do a service, you're going to fill it up to the recommended fuel level. All right, and then your transmission may appear to run perfect. So by then you can say, yeah, I didn't have no reverse. I did a service on it and it fixed it. No, it didn't fix it. You just corrected the trans level. A transmission service do not fix transmission problems. Okay, you do transmission service to prevent or help prevent having transmission problems. Okay, I hope I got that clear. All right, now what am I about to do? Can I make it? See, it's not blinking now. So I got nothing wrong with drive. Ooh, reverse just cough out. Yeah, guys, if this thing is full, now there's no dipstick on this thing, so I'm not suggesting you go through all of that. A lot of you guys think too hard, think extremely hard, and I get it. When you don't know, you want to do everything perfect. But guys, look underneath the car. All right, this is 140,000 miles. If you don't have fluid everywhere under the car, chances are the transmission is still likely full. Okay, that's if nobody has messed with it. So I suggest you get the car in the air and do a visual inspection. If it dries a bone under there, this transmission is likely still full and just simply have internal problems. At this point, ain't no repairs can be made except for replace it. All right, I know how to overhaul this trans, but we don't have parts to overhaul it. So I'm talking too much. Oh, do I still got? Yeah, I got dry. But the good news is I generated a check engine light, because that will help put me in the right direction. So what I'm going to do is hightail it to a computer so I can retrieve this fault code, and that will solidify my estimate as far as you need a transmission. There's nothing I can do. You pass service and all that, so you got to replace it. Guys, service your transmission periodically when you're supposed to. This one has never had one, and it's got 140,000 miles, and it came back to haunt the customer. So y'all stay tuned. Let's get on the computer and find out what the computer have to say about this. Hold tight. All right, guys, I got the topology pulled up. As you can see, TCM. Yes, and this is the 2020 Charger with a 3.6. What we're gonna do is go to TCM. Let's look at these codes. We're gonna go to DTCs. There you have it. And they are active. Okay, gear ratio air in first, clutch AB. All of these, see that? Gear ratio air and clutch AB. All that has to do with reverse. So in essence, this transmission has internal failure. Well, it's simple, guys. We're gonna have to recommend replacing the transmission. I feel bad for this customer, because I think, me personally, this could have been avoided. All right, these are the codes, guys. That's all I have. Service your transmission. I can't say that enough. They are not filled for life. They are not sealed. They are none of that. All right, yes, it's gonna cost a bit, but the alternative is worse. All right, replacing the transmission. It's cheaper to service it than replace it. All right, I gotta go. Thanks for watching.